Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a glorious and wonderful day today. In today's video, I really want to address the question of why isn't your Moldavite working? And I really want to start by addressing this question by always asking two questions, which is one, where did you get your Moldavite? And two, how big of a piece of Moldavite do you have? Now, I always ask where you get your piece of Moldavite because you always want to make sure it's authentic. Obviously, if it's not authentic, it's not going to work. So that's going to be the number one question you're going to have to ask yourself first. Number two, how big of a piece do you have? Usually, if you have a small piece between 1 to 2 grams, it's kind of hard to feel the effects. But if you stick around towards the end of this video, I will be giving you guys a way that has virtually been reported by a lot of Moldaviters who say that they have experienced a more vivid Moldavite experience. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, guys, it's interesting to note that a lot of you might be asking, well, how in the world can I first tell if my Moldavite is authentic? Well, good thing for all of you is that I'm actually going to be making a video about that very soon, maybe even a series, because there's so many ways. It's like almost like a couple of rules you should follow when really identifying if your piece of Moldavite is authentic. But let's just assume for the sake of this video that your piece of Moldavite is authentic, and let's just say you have a small piece, okay? Now, I quickly want to address and read what the Moldavite Starborn Stone of Transformation is explaining, that even though sometimes maybe you've read something that a lot of Moldaviters, a lot of people who work with Moldavite experience, and if you're not feeling that right away, just realize that maybe you're experiencing the Moldavite experience in a different manner. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just really kind of basically conforms to what you need in the moment. So I want to quickly read this and give you guys some valuable information on some other ways that you could be experiencing Moldavite. Now, this is what it says. The most typical first reaction of someone holding a piece of Moldavite is the sensation of heat. Usually first felt in the hand, sometimes with the accompanying feeling of pulsating energy. The warming often heats up the whole person, sometimes causing sweating and or flushing. So this is like the most typical thing a lot of people experience. Although I'm kind of more like in the second category, which is, in certain cases, the heart chakra is activated, which may be felt as a pounding pulse or a gentle flower-like opening. I've also felt the energy rushing to my head. I always get lightheaded as well. That's something that I definitely feel when I work with a lot of Moldavite. And so, emotional release can also accompany this opening, running from laughter to tears. Often, however, initial reactions to Moldavite are somewhat more subtle, even though it seems to be more potent than any of the other stones. Okay? Now, usually people, when they pick up a piece, some feel a tingle, some feel heat, some catch their breath at the beautiful green they see when holding it to the light. A portion are fascinated by the story of its celestial origin. A few recognize its similarity to the legendary stone of the Holy Grail. Sometimes the stories we tell of our own life changes strike a chord. Often people pick up Moldavite and are surprised to find that they don't want to put it down. Many feel that their mood is lightened and their zest is increased. And of course, some people do not connect. Now, this is just a quick kind of like overview of what some people feel. Although if you want to dive deeper, I have more books on my website that you guys can check out that really dive deep into some of the first reactions that people feel when they work with Moldavite and what they mean. And I've even made a video about that. But for the sake of this video, like I said, if you think your Moldavite's not working, first and foremost, check its authenticity, which like I said, I will be making future videos, maybe even a whole series on how you can check if your Moldavite is authentic or possibly a counterfeit, which I hope it's not. But and two, how big of a piece do you have, right? Like I said, smaller pieces, you kind of tend not to feel as much, especially, depending on how much energetic healing or how much energy you're going to need to feel it. Some people are more sensitive to the energies than others, so that really makes a huge difference as well. So like I always recommend, even if you're just starting to work with Moldavite, always get a bigger piece, at least maybe like 5 grams or more, just because you really want to make sure that you have enough of it to feel it. And also get from an authentic distributor. That's why I'm partnered up with Moldavite Family. I love Moldavite Family. I'll leave their link below as well if you're looking for authentic Moldavite. And so I really want to wrap this video up. And like I said, I wanted to give you guys like a tip that you guys can use if you want to enhance your Moldavite experience. Assuming that you do have an authentic piece of Moldavite, this is what you can do. And it has been reported, virtually reported back, that people who have done this have increased their Moldavite experience. And so here is the bonus. Ding, 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 ding. All right. So if you do indeed have an authentic piece of Moldavite and you have not felt anything, maybe and you have a small piece, this is what you can do to basically increase your experience. Here it is. Okay. So for people who say they don't feel anything, but who are nonetheless attracted, we usually suggest sleeping with a piece of Moldavite taped to the forehead at the third eye chakra point. Virtually all who report back say that their dream states were deeper and more vivid. Now, this is something that I definitely notice when working with more Moldavite guys. My dreams become it's like so lucid, like I have so much control in my dreams, and I start creating some of the most craziest stories. Well, I guess some of the stories that I need to really, deal with issues, heal, issues within myself, or create, or to learn, and, to gain mentors, which is now where I'm at right now. And so definitely keeping a journal. I suggest, especially when you start doing this, to really keep track of your dreams. You'll probably notice a lot of deja vu. I know I have, at least. And so it's really interesting to address that issue. And so that is the bonus tip, guys. So tape a piece of Moldavite to your forehead, sleep with it, or use like a headband to just kind of, wrap it really close to your third eye. And let me know how that works for you. And if you still can't feel the Moldavite, then I definitely suggest staying in tune for my future videos, where I will be addressing how you can identify if your piece of Moldavite is authentic or not. And I hope it really is, or that if in any case it's not, that you will use it as a learning experience as to what to look out for and whatnot. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope this video helped you out in some way, shape, or form. Remember that the Moldavite drawing, once we hit 2,333 subscribers, is on its way. This is the piece of Moldavite right here in front of you that I will be giving away at 10.78 grams. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so now if you want to be entered into the drawing. And if you guys remember how I said you can increase your chances, now is the time, guys. So leave comments below. Like I said, if you want to increase your chances, your name more times in the live drawing, start commenting, guys. So I thank you guys so much for watching. I send you guys so much love, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. See ya.